Hi, y'all. Gary Calger here. Late at night, about 1:45 in the morning, approximately. Approximately, I am experimenting with my hydrogen generator. Now, you can fire this thing up off of a 12-volt battery, off your car battery, in your car battery, or whatever. Now, I put something similar to this on my riding lawnmower to test it, and just about half the summer, I've only used a gallon of gas with this. This is a hydrogen generator, hydrogen gas with oxygen mixed in, highly combustible, very explosive. It will make fuel, and also you get fuel back from this. This will also create electricity, a DC current. This particular apparatus right here does about a 1.25 volts. So if you got a gang of these together, you got 80 of these together, you got 12 volts. This system right here. Now, what this consists of, this mixture in here, these are anode plates in here. All they are is washers on 1/4 inch dowels or whatever, in there. You got a positive and a negative right there. Then this is your gas tube that runs in to what they call the collector. This is the collector here. You got to have water in it. This input comes down this tube in here. You'll see a tube in here. And it has to go in the water, because if it gets above there and you start creating gas, it can backfire and blow this up. And it's very violent. Believe me, I had one already blow up on me. Not this continuous unit. I had another bottle on there, and it took everything off these shelves and stuff in here. It almost took me off my feet. But this is the what I'm going to run it into is in this water here. I got this tube going here. Then I'm going to light this water after I take and start the osmosis on this. Get the catalytic going on. I'll hook my lead on there. You'll see as soon as I hook the lead on there, it will start producing gas, and it will start bubbling. But it has to build up first. As you can see, it is starting to bubble now. You'll see the bubbles coming off that. You'll see the bubbles in the water here. That is hydrogen gas now starting there. And you'll see the gas building up in there, and the anodes there. Gas is coming up that tube, up this tube, into this collector. This collector is to keep it from backfiring in case of a spark or something in there, but I'll have about 3 of these on a system if I run it on my car. And this will give your car approximately about 60% more fuel efficiency. You will probably get, using a system like this, you will probably get, maybe if you had a car, if like I'm going to take an example for a friend of mine. He's done the same thing, but only he had a better unit, what I'm playing with here. He put one on his Cadillac Escalade. He lives in Virginia Beach. He drove to Long Beach, California, and back with the Cadillac Escalade. And Cadillac Escalade, they get very poor gas mileage, about 12 to 16 miles a gallon, depending on what you're doing, if you're pulling a load. But he drove with a better system than this from Virginia Beach to Long Beach, California, and back, and only used 4 gallons of gas in his vehicle using a system like this. But what you make this with? Baking soda and distilled water. That's it. That's all you need in this jar to make this start working. The electric to power this will come from the 12-volt battery in your car or your generator. Now, it takes about, I think, 12 amps, something like that, because I checked it with my voltmeter, my amp meter, and started running it. But like I said, it's producing a gas. Now I will get my lighter and I'll just show you how violent this gas is. Now I'm taking mine. You hear that? That's how violent that gas is. It produces a gas, a hydrogen oxygen fuel mix in this jar. Now this jar will get warm. It will get pretty warm after a while. Most of the guys, like I'm going to do, I'm going to make a radiator with a little fan on, and the fan will be powered. Everything, the car, the system, if you have a system good enough. Now, I know people's done it, had a system good enough, and totally run their vehicle on hydrogen fuel. Listen, people, that is what powers the ISS space station in space. The solar panels is to fire this up, make the gas. One side of the, you have a separator in here. One side's oxygen, the other side's hydrogen. The hydrogen fuel cell is to power the equipment. The oxygen is what they breathe. The byproduct, when that's burned off, the byproduct is water. Why are we wanting to make battery-powered vehicles when it takes fossil fuels to charge that battery when you can be doing this? The car feeds this from the battery and the alternator, and it's a continuous cycle. I know somebody that got 5,000 miles on a quart in a vehicle. Of course, that person's dead now. The government killed him. I'm not kidding you neither. It's on YouTube. Go look it up. Go look it up. Man with hydrogen car winds up dead because the big money boys do not want you to know about this. They don't want you to know that you can make your own fuel efficient, no emissions. The only thing you're going to get out of it, the emission is water. Water is all it produces. Like I said, look at that. That's fuel, people. That is fuel that can be fuel in your car or your lawnmower or whatever the thing it takes. It takes a fossil fuel or gasoline. Now, I'm going to show you something. I've been feeding this with 12 volts. With 12 volts. I'm going to take, now you're going to get electricity back out of this jar. You will get electricity back. There's no other wires going to this. Now I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to take this off here. They're a little warm. Of course they will be. All that gets warm. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to hook my lead on here onto the negative side. Now this, I got my voltmeter on. Let me get the light around here. Got it on 3 volts. I should get a reading about right in here. It says 1 1/4, 1/2. We're reading the low scale right here, by the way, the 3 volt side here. So I should get 1.5 volts or maybe better out of it. All right, now I'm going to hook this up where you can all see it here. It's no trick camera because I ain't got no camera. Well, I'm getting almost 1.5 volts out of it. Almost 1.5 volts what I'm getting back. After that's charged up, like I said, you get 8 of these together, you can get 12 volts out of it. You can get 12 volts out of it. So watch this. I'm going to take it off. See there? I'm going to put it back on. Get it back on here. I'll just touch it. See there? You get that voltage back out of it. What I'm saying, people, the government has been snowballing us, lying to us, telling us all kinds of crap about batteries. And then batteries, they catch on fire, burn up and everything. Yeah, this can catch on fire, but it's a bang bang. It ain't no violent, ongoing flame that the fire department can't put out. As soon as you take the electric off these things, the fire goes out. So there you go. Very simple made. Made in West Virginia. Baking soda and distilled water. That's all it is. Shoot, I'll drink this stuff. That's how it is. All right. Y'all take care. Bye bye. Gary Calger.